my name is Sean, welcome to Venom Racing, and right behind me is my new Shelby GT350, and there's a 4Runner back there as well too. So what we're going to do today is the first modification to this car. It's going to be a racing shift knob. Now, these are very expensive shift knobs. They do look really pretty. You can customize them up to however you would like, any color for that matter. They are expensive. This one's running in at about $180, so let's go ahead and check out if it's worth the hype or if it's just a expensive paperweight. Let's go check it out. But first things first, guys, let's go ahead and get a cold start. Nothing sounds better than a cold start on a Voodoo 5.2 flat crank ring engine. Let's get it. Step number one, let's remove the old shift knob. Just like so. Alright guys, here's the first impressions. Here's the box of the Raceseng. I'm really impressed by the package, the presentation that the shifter knob comes into. It's even got the little R, I don't know if you can see in the foam right there. They put a lot into their packaging, which is very nice. It actually comes with a Raceseng story that tells about the brand a little bit. Nice little touch there. Little Raceseng sticker if you want. And then right here we have the shifter knob adapter. So this actually screws onto your OEM shift knob, or in the Shelby GT350 we have, it's going on an MGW Shifter arm, so they have different threads available so for the adapter. And we went with the Contour in blue translucent, and man, would you look at that. That's a good looking knob if I don't say myself. It really looks good in the sun. Let's see how it looks with the Ford Performance blue. Let's get up right next to it. It's actually going to look really nice. It's not the exact same blue, but it's very similar in color. It's going to look nice in the interior, kind of set it off. It is a heavy knob, that's for sure. So what we're going to do next, we're going to weigh these bad boys out. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and weigh out this knob. This is Raceseng's Contour knob, which isn't their heaviest knob that they have, but it's still a heavy knob nonetheless. Alright guys, let's see, 510 grams. Let's see, 0.5 kilograms if you're in Europe. 1 pound, 2 ounces is what this knob weighs at. Let's see how much of a difference it is from the knob that was on there. This is not the OEM knob with the GT350, this is just the one that it came with. So this is only 4 ounces, let's see. How many grams? Only 112 grams. So this is 5 times heavier than this knob that's on here right now, which is pretty lightweight. So we'll see if it makes much of a difference in the driving experience. Let's go ahead and install it into the car and see how it does. Step number 2, we're going to put the thread adapter onto your stock shifter or aftermarket shifter. And then this takes a 15mm wrench to tighten up. Also a little bit of Loctite underneath the threads as well too is recommended by Raceseng. Next thing we're going to do is actually thread the shifter onto the car. And now what that top screw is, see how the orientation is not correct. So what we'll do is we'll pull that off and we take a 4mm Allen wrench and we'll tighten that down until we get to the orientation we would like to. We'll go ahead and just tighten this down quite a bit, and then we can always reverse it off as it comes along. So we'll tighten down all the way and I'll adjust this a little bit and then we'll get the final product. Alright guys, that's the final product. Took a few attempts of taking it off and on, a little bit of adjustment, but compared to the knob that was on here before, it is countersuck a little bit more, so it actually lines up really nicely with the boot without any adapter. And let's see here, yeah, I can definitely tell with this shift knob being 5 times heavier than the one that was on here earlier, it definitely just falls in the gear so much easier. Because I mean, before with MGW, when I first got in this car, it did seem like the shifts were a little bit hard to put into gear. It wasn't that bad once you got it going, but I noticed that it did take a little bit of muscling to get it into gear. I guess it was because such of a light shift knob. Now, guess what guys, so we're going to have to go and take this for a spin. I will say just holding the knob, talking about holding knobs in a video, but what I'm saying is that holding that knob that was on there before, I'm not sure what the stock GT350 shift knob feels like on the transmission or stock shifter for that matter, since it has an MGW. But I will say, just holding one shift knob to the other, this one being 5 times heavier. It's a pretty heavy shift knob, and this is not even their heaviest shift knob that they offer. So guys, let's go take it for a drive, and let's go ahead and get a little bit of impression and a little bit of feedback. Let's do it.
John, what are you doing here?
Oh, nothing much, man. Hey, what you got in your hand there?
That's my brand new racing knob right here.
Oh.
Let me show you guys something. It's insane how much just a shift knob can change the driving experience. Before, I mean, this one's 5 times heavier than the one that was on the car before, but now it's just like cutting through butter is how smooth it is. Before it was a little clunky going into first and second on the MGW Shifter on the Tremec transmission, but now it shifts so smoothly from first, second, third, fourth. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of the S2000's transmission. It's that smooth. So guys, sure, do I say it's worth it? Yes, I do. I mean, sure, you can probably get a shift knob that's just as heavy and do the same thing, and it could be cheaper, but I mean, racing, the product speaks for itself. So the quality produced, and you can have custom colors, custom engravings. You can actually have, they actually offer quite a bit of assortment of shifter knobs, from titanium knobs that are very light and they look really good. They're a little bit pricier, or one that weighs up to 2 pounds. So guys, I give this a double thumbs up. If you're not sponsored by the Raceseng, maybe one day. But yeah, all right guys, I'll catch you on the next one.